How's it going, everybody? Shinigami here to bring you another controversial video. Yeah, I know no One Piece today. No, that's tomorrow. Even though I want to spoil it so bad I can't. Oh man, I already know what happens. But we have some other crazy stuff that happened just last week, having to deal with Lilo and Stitch. You know what? Let's lower this a little bit more. Bam, perfect. Maybe a little too white. That's fine. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so the new Lilo and Stitch, obviously for the casual consumers, it will probably still make quite a bit of money. But for the other people that grew up with the original Lilo and Stitch and a lot of the early 2000s Disney, kind of like the second Renaissance, they're not happy with it. Oh, there's my frog. Sorry, just saw my frog over there. And yeah, they completely changed the tone of the ending. They, for about 50% of it, almost get it right, but then the other 50% just dives off a cliff. Or I should say dives into the ocean. And, you know, like Stitch, it was sinking. And unfortunately for many hardcore fans of the original, you know, I myself included, I mean, I got my Stitch pillow over there, got my fucking shirt. I'm not gonna put it on. There's no reason for that. But yeah, they altered the ending for a more girl bossy thing, and I think it's better to just give context so that way everybody kind of knows what we're talking about. But let me get right to it. This right here. So this, you know, Ohana means family, and family means you're the government's problem now. Basically, the new sentiment of the remake, the live action ending. Well, let's just you know, let's see what does the original say. Hold up. Sorry about that, my baby needed me. Here we go. Yeah, so completely different sentiment from the original. I'd say dramatically. And there's a lot of people on Twitter very upset about this. I mean, all you gotta do is just kind of, you know, the original Lilo and Stitch means family. You know, nobody gets left behind. The live action version of it, Nani leaves Lilo to go to college out of state. Yeah, no. And what's crazy about it is that Hawaii actually has a program for native islanders to basically be able to do what she wants to do, the whole marine biology stuff, for free, right? So it's like, what? I mean, like, come on. Like, come on. I'm a little teary-eyed because I do have my little family, and it's just like, I could never imagine that. Because changing that meaning, it's not the same story. It's not. And as it is, they already made changes about getting rid of the, whatchamacallit, the ugly duckling stuff, the Elvis stuff, and even, as you saw there, Stitch never, you know, has that his extra appendages in his little alien form shown again. Right? It's just the beginning of the film, and that's it. And meanwhile, of course, yeah, they're living off the fucking the success of the original, but the criticism is there. The critique is very valid, and for some of the people that want to call it bullshit, no, it's not. It's not like we're overblowing this. Oh, it's just Disney adults being crybabies about it, or blah blah blah, this and that. It's like, no, they had a very legitimate reason for being the way they were in the original, and then this one completely twists it. My goodness. I'm being very cautious when scrolling through here because Twitter's Twitter. But yeah, so there's that stuff. Okay. Anyways. And yeah, like there's a lot of people. This is just like from your first couple things, you know, facing backlash over the ending. Remake, yep, over the ending. Why did, you know, Disney ruin it? And this looks like a more Disney person than me, right? And they're saying that shit. Granted, it was 2 days ago, but even IGN is calling it out. That's crazy. But yeah, so the controversial ending of Disney's new Lilo and Stitch explained. Viewers have something of a love-hate relationship with Disney's slate of live-action remakes, which are often criticized for failing to live up to the original animated. Yes, the original one was modeled, whatever. Who gives? Like, and that's also if you go off of inflation. This movie still did make quite a bit, but regardless, you know, it's beautiful animated, boasts unique character designs, a good sense of humor, and depicts Hawaii as a lush, colorful paradise. While the new Lilo and Stitch has already overtaken the original film at box office, commentators have pointed out the live-action remake doesn't capture the beauty and heart of the animated counterpart, as you can see here. Look at this. Yes, it's just literally just surfing, right? But in the original, you get so much color, so much vibrancy in it, and it's like, why wouldn't I want this over just this? Yeah. Also, I noticed they get rid of, you know, Nani wearing a bikini because, you know, we can't have women look too beautiful, right? No, we gotta dumb that down, especially for Disney's fucking demographic. Well, not even that, the modern audience that they're trying to cater towards, right? Don't sexualize women. But she had a naturally good body, and you just whatever. Anyways, what happened in Disney's Lilo and Stitch depicts Lilo and his sister in a difficult but loving relationship. The two are orphaned. And Nani is tasked with taking care of her little sister. Nani is the only one who understands Lilo's eccentricities, but Nani is overstretched and struggles to care for her little sister. Like, again, we already know all this stuff. But as we go down in the live action, though, they're in the exact same situation, but the film ends with a state taking Lilo away from her big sister, like I already showed you, and people pointing out, like I said. Remember in Lilo and Stitch where Nani cared for Lilo very much and used every strength of her being to protect her and did anything to keep her happy? Yeah, in the live-action remake, yeah, she leaves and goes to college. And she leaves her with her neighbor. And yes, people pointing out, well, this is David's mom. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's David's mom. Even pointing that out makes it worse because in the original, guess what? Nani and David, they are staying together, they're good, they're happy, they're able to basically kind of create that parental figure, right, for Lilo, since that's something that she would need growing up, as well as having Jumba and Pleakley, you know, kind of as extra family members, which is the other part of the original, where it's just like, hey, I know you're not my family, but we can still be family, which is why she's so accepting, why Lilo is so accepting of Stitch, and then ends up Nani becoming very accepting of Stitch as well. She's showing Stitch is showing the morality that he learned from Lilo, and, you know, for context, the change is represented as a unambiguously happy ending, which is not, as the new character introduced Tutu, you know, the grandmother neighbor for, you know, whatever. This ensures that Nani can still see Lilo regularly and remain close, but it also gives the freedom to leave for college in California. It's like, oh, fuck California. Jesus Christ. However, fans pointed out that there is something dark about Nani's future career being placed above her care of Lilo, a strangely cold ending with a glossy girl boss spin, which, yes, it's true. I know some corporate stooge looked at the original movie and thought Nani sacrificing her young adulthood for her sister wasn't a good 2025 appropriate message for the girls, and decided giving up custody and going to college. Across the Ocean was uplifting because she visits, and, like, you can't even, like, dispute that. It's just a worse ending. Lilo hasn't gone away exactly, but the two are no longer living together, and Nani is no longer taking care of her sister. Again, a big fucking step down. Given the original film and the remake very much emphasized the importance of keeping family together with the phrase, "no one gets left behind," this struck many viewers as a cold attempt at a happy ending. And again, a modern twist. Indeed, given the terrible history of the indigenous children being torn away from their families, many pointed out that the creative choice came across as a widely insensitive outcry as was so strong it inspired satirical fan art, which is this: surrender your children to the state and pursue a shiny life in America. Which obviously, yes, Hawaii is part of America, but they're saying like what other people in mainland USA, right, America, gets to be able to benefit from, whereas with Hawaiians and the whole thing of the natives and stuff like that, not necessarily the same thing, because again, you're stuck on an island, you have a limited amount of resources, and just the scope of what can be as far as like education and stuff. Yes, like I said, they offer free education for Hawaiian natives, which would have been completely plausible. Still wouldn't have been okay, but at least you would have still been on the fucking island. Jesus Christ. Other wonder why Nani couldn't simply study. See, there you go. Saw someone say that the University of Hawaii gives scholarships to native Hawaiians, and they have a really good marine biology program. So they literally did that for nothing. Yep. And they also got rid of the fucking fighting scene. God damn it. Some speculated that this change was made to give the film a newfound sense of realism, which is just fucking retarded. But yeah, like, all in all, this was like the worst fucking mistake they could have made, and already coming off the cuffs of fucking Snow White, yeah, it's even more of a stain on Disney, because, well, again, Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel all together have been failing humongously in their recent endeavors. And yes, Thunderbolts was liked by quite a bit of people. It's not making the amount of money it needs. Obviously, you have Black Captain America. Didn't make the money it needed. And Star Wars. Where the fuck is Star Wars? I heard Andor's good, other than the first, like, 3 fucking episodes. But the ending is really good. Just sucks that that's on Disney Plus, so you're not going to really receive any financial gain from that part. Whereas the last Star Wars movie that came out, which was The Rise of Skywalker, or whatever the fuck it was. I'm probably remembering that wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, that fucking movie did good, but it also tarnished the fucking reputation of Star Wars, because everybody that loved what Star Wars was, they fucking hated this, the way that the canon was just torn and fucked up, all kinds of things. Luke's character messed up. Yeah, it just... but hey, Disney has money still coming in one way or another, and maybe they're gonna start feeling the gasping of air needed by the money. That's a fucking loud ass truck. No, that's a motorcycle. But yeah, that's just my take. Maybe I'm being dramatic, which I'm probably not. But everyone is entitled to their own opinion. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, fuck it, don't like it. But let's just say they could have definitely improved and had a really good, successful film, but they dived headfirst off a cliff and into the ocean, and they passed out. I didn't want to say dead. Well, yeah, fuck it, they died. But whatever. Hey, Shinigami signing out. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'll see you next time. Have a good night, good evening, and good morning. And we'll see you next time. Bye.